How's it going? I have just some random thoughts today, but actually, is it random? Maybe it's all random or none of it's random. It's all connected. It's kind of what I want to talk to you about maybe. For me, I've been thinking a lot about, did you know, you guys, in 100 years, over the next century, every single person you now know is there something on here? Okay, I think that's been on there forever, but anyway. Okay, in the next 100 years, everybody you know will no longer be on this planet. And that is a very sobering fact. It also can be really inspiring to help reinvigorate you to live your one beautiful incarnation. I also think it's really phenomenal to get my head around not only just everybody I know right now will no longer be here. There will be different people who are going to be challenged by the drama of life and falling in love and trying to get their careers going, whatever those things look like or surviving. But also just think, these are the people in our lives that we know. Just think of the billions of people that we don't know who are on the same sort of century bandwidth that we are currently in. So billions of people, there will be billions of new people living the lives that we are right now, struggling and loving and failing and succeeding at every single day. It's beautiful to remember that. And I don't know, it made me have such gratitude for just moments and what we're doing with those moments, and not to let our light be extinguished by our challenges, and to continue to spread our light, to keep doing our work. And I started thinking too about light does not necessarily mean purpose. I think sometimes our culture is obsessed with this thing called purpose, and purpose has nothing to do with the work you're doing. Although work can be an expression, an extension of a purposeful intent, an expression of who we are, but it doesn't define you. It doesn't give you a purposeful life, because if it did, purpose can't be something that can be taken away, and a job can be taken away. You can lose a job. I mean, just think about it. What happens? A lot of people didn't work during COVID. So if your purpose is only found by the job that you do or the job that you get, then are you no longer of purpose just because you're not working? And what about billions of people who are living on $1 a day? Are they less of purpose than you or I? So maybe we should spend less time trying to find our purpose, because I think you'll fall into a more meaningful experience of your own life by continuing to show up as you, spreading your light, doing you, not putting a stick in the spoke of your wheel. It's a good visual. Just keep moving your wheel of life, you. And I also think maybe for me, always having a broader optics on things, from a world view, a cosmic view, always helps me to not sweat the small stuff. And as that book, I don't remember the name of the book, but it says, and it's all small stuff. So we shouldn't be sweating any of it. I do mention in Out Left, Green, Turn Right, this Bill Bryson quote. He's just an amazing, he wrote this book, A Short History of Nearly Everything. But I just want to read this last thing to you really quickly. He's talking about atoms, and he says, every atom you possess has almost certainly passed through several stars and been part of millions of organisms on its way to becoming you. We are each so atomically numerous and so vigorously recycled at death that a significant number of our atoms, up to billions for each of us, it has been suggested, probably once belonged to Shakespeare. So you and I have some Shakespeare, we've got some William in us. A billion more each came from Buddha, and Genghis Khan, and Beethoven, and any other historical figure you can care to name. I think that is, I'm so embarrassed by my pea soup or whatever that is. So I think that's so important to remember that we are walking with the atomic stars within us. We are part of the universe and the cosmos. Burnt dead stars are part of our being. And when I read this many years ago, I also heard something recently that he's just talking about this cosmos, but there was an article that talked about how fierce, huge winds beyond, like, I don't know how many miles per hour they were. Galaxy winds blew in atoms from other galaxies into our galaxy. And that's also part of our mix. Isn't that like mind-blowing? So we are in the here and now, but we're also a part of something so much greater. So I hope you can remember that moving forward. You're doing great. Keep up the great, beautiful expression of being who you are. All right.